Hello, YouTubers and all those who happen to watch. I'm going to go over my entire Nintendo Entertainment System collection. This was influenced, by, of course, by Big Bad Daddy 11. He basically would show off his collection. I was like, I did update my collection quite a bit since the last time I ever showed off my collection, so it'd probably be cool if I showed off my collection and put this as a video response to his video. Makes perfect sense, I suppose. But, alright. As you guys can see, I have a pretty fair collection. Goes all the way up to here, then to down there. So that's my collection. Take it easy, folks. Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm going to show you every single one of them. So, as you guys can notice in the back as well as PS2 games, I won't do that right now. Alright. First game, what to show off is 8 Eyes. Kind of a very mixed taste of a game. It's something you gotta get into and really enjoy. Adventures of Tom Sawyer. I hate this game so much. This game I got for like $3 somewhere, which is really a good game. Arcasia's Ring, which is sort of a Zelda overhead kind of style game, but it's arcadey, so it's really addicting. You can get pretty far in this game too because the power-ups come like candy. Definitely a game to try out. So I'll try to show it to you the best way I can so you can see the name. Alright. Next one I don't really have too much of an opinion about, but this of course has the, looks like someone shot their milky milk all over, and then, yeah. Baseball Stars. SNK usually pumps out a lot of sports titles, which is, it's quite common from them. Next is the Bionic Commando, or Bionic Commando. It's, the classic game that they redid for the more current consoles and all that, yada yada. Fish and chips. Next one as well that also got remade. Blaster Master from Sunsoft. You're gonna notice like my collection's really small. I don't go for games that are, just because of the numbers. I go for games mainly for the fact that, they're not games that are gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna collect them because they're just there. I'm just collecting them because I basically will mainly play them. And some games I might happen to have, like a couple, 1, 2, and 3 here, those are just gonna be generally games that I got, Castlevania. As you notice right here, this card, it looks like it's been to unholy hell. I got this for like $1. So, can't go wrong. The game works perfectly. It's like no problems at all. And as Big Bad Daddy mentioned, this does not have the tabby tabs. The tabby tabs. But the case has been through hell, which is a shame. But the game still plays great, so I don't care. I'm not going to get rid of these games anyway. So, next one is Simon's Quest, the Castlevania 2. I got this like a while back. Okay, next one. Got this for a super cheap price, which I was kind of happy for. I got this for like, I can't remember, but Dracula's Curse, Castlevania 3. Got the complete collection so far for the NES and the SNES. I got part 4 down there. Alright, next one. This one's actually quite a hidden gem. That's Conquest of the Crystal Palace. It's a pretty fantastic game. It does have one of those evil stickers. But, great game. You guys definitely have to check it out. This one, which also doesn't have the tabby tabs. Commando. Which is actually, believe it or not, this is actually this sort of a connection to Bionic Commando. Interesting, isn't it? That's where you see a lot of the mechanics from the overhead view from Bionic Commando is actually from Commando. Actually, I'm talking out of my ass, but, that's just me. Actually, it's true, it is actually. But, yeah. Anyway. Dragon Spirit, one of my favorite games for the NES, rather. And it's, well, one of those type of games you just can get into. It's a shooter title. Quite great. Next one here, with the book, Dragon Warrior. Luke Morris actually has like 2, 3, and 4. He got this like from a good friend of his on YouTube, and it was just seeing all 4 of those together. It's just like, what? But next one is Fanaxadu, or Fanaxid, yeah, Anadu. It's a pretty good game. Completed it once, and staying on my shelf ever since. Next one, this was at the time I was going for my conquest of trying to find the carts for obviously the Famicom, so I got this, one of the black labels, Excite Bike. Next one is Pinball Quest. This is quite an interesting game. I mean, it's not a bad game at all, nor is it horrible. It's just a great, interesting game. Next one, which has a pretty badass cover, Kickmaster. Had this from a while back. Again, it's one of those great games that are kind of underlooked. An arcade classic here, Galaga. Got this because I generally got this in a lot, and I wasn't disappointed with the lot I got. Haha, rhymed. But yeah, it was a pretty fantastic game. It still is on the NES. This one here is a huge ripoff of Capcom's Mega Man series, but I didn't really think it was a bad game. I honestly did not think it was a bad game. The Krylian Conquest, it's hard as hell at some points. Just think of how the hell can you even do some of these parts? You basically have to endure the pain and get through some of it, but this is downright an awesome game. It's it's an obvious ripoff. There's a lot of sprites stolen, just reanimated, but it's still a great game. I don't care what anyone says. Next one is the Flintstones, the Rescue of Dino and Hoppy. Again, these Flintstone titles for the NES are pretty fun. They're just one of those type of games that they stick out. Next one is one of Square's first titles, and I do say one of. This was King's Knight. As you can see right there, it says Square. Nowadays they're called Square Enix. I usually call them Squaresoft. It doesn't really matter, but that's one of their first titles for the NES. Which, quite frankly, it's a good game. It just has an extremely hard learning curve. Some of it's kind of broken, and you just got to fight through the pain, basically. This one also doesn't have the tabby tabs, and this is my copy of Gradius. A really fun game. A lot of people can't get past the volcano part in the first level. Then that's usually when the game ends for them. But for me, I got past that, and I think it's a pretty fantastic game. Completed this twice. When I was really bored one night, I beat it once, and I said, I ain't gonna do that again. And I ended up beating it again. I don't ever want to do that again because it was extremely hard at some points. You don't learn everything, and it takes. You gotta stand in the top left corner for the volcano to get past it. Blah blah blah. Next one is Hogan's Alley. If my Zapper gun only worked, I'll be able to enjoy this game. But really a great title. Next one is Legendary Wings. Not a lot of people like this game, but I do, and that's what's important, because I rock that way, I guess. Next one is the Dream Master, Little Nemo. A lot of people love this game. It's really one of those childhood staples of most people's childhoods, therefore it's a childhood staple. Really a somewhat difficult game at some points in the game. You gotta obviously learn the patterns, learn what to do, and blah blah blah. It is based off the movie, but again, it's a pretty cool game. Licensing and all that aside. This is a title I grew up with as a child. This might be still the copy, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I got this a while back, I think at some store. I grew up with it. It was just a really straightforward and fun game. Max. A lot of people, again, are disgusted by this game. They feel like it's piss poor. I like it. You know, it's a shooter game. It's a side, left to right, horizontal shooter. You know, you can't go wrong with that, obviously. These right here, you guys probably already seen these, but so far I own Mega Man 2. If you guys haven't seen that, you haven't seen these games before, you don't have a heart. But kidding aside, Mega Man 3 with a booklet. Which a lot of people have seen the booklet before. Pretty cool looking. Mega Man 2, 3, Mega Man 4, and come on, there we go. Mega Man 6, which this is actually a pristine condition. When I got this, I was just like, what? I have to get some more of these black holder cases for these. Not the plastic cases, but the slip sleeves. Mickey Mousecapade. This is a classic. A lot of people like these. Like my friend Mystery, she loves this game growing up. And, you know, I kind of like it myself. I mean, people kind of judge it for being Mickey Mouse, but Capcom was underneath the hood, so you know it's bound to be a good side-scroller game. Capcom never disappoints with those type of titles. Monster in My Pocket. Again, I grew up with this. This is the same exact card I grew up with. And, you know, did I buy this one? Yeah, I did buy this one. Yeah. I got this, I think I paid like, how much money did I pay for this thing? I got it from Funko Land. I paid like $8 at the time for this. And I was kind of disappointed because it did not have one of the monsters with it. And I bought it boxed. I don't know what the hell happened to the box of this. I'm kind of upset though, but you know, to find the little toy that came in with it it's quite a treat to find it. I mean, I used to collect these little toys when I was a kid too, but you know, that's sort of the grains in the sand of time, I suppose. This game looks like someone wiped their butt crack with it. I'm not kidding, it really does. Ninja Gaiden 2 or Gaiden or whatever. It's a really cool game. It's difficult as hell some points, and I always thought that was interesting how they kind of put that this game is licensed by Nintendo to play on the Nintendo Entertainment System. They kind of block off Hero's leg here in his arm. It kind of took away from the artwork, which is a really, really stunning looking game. One of the black cards, which of course Big Bad Daddy 11 is always all over, is Pinball. Little Mario there, or his little cousin, I guess. It's a pinball game. It's more of a paddle game, but you know, whatever, right? Next one here is obviously the booklet to Ultima, the Quest of the Avatar. Quite a legendary game, might I add. It's very good. It's actually not bad at all. There we go. This bookcase will shatter if I kind of compress it like that. Punch-Out! This is the second edition version of the game with Mr. Dream in there. This is not the Mike Tyson's version. I am going to be grabbing the Mike Tyson's version probably too to add to this one, but doing that much later in my life. Alright. Next one is Can't read it too well, but it's basically, as you would guess, it's exactly like Star Tropics. It's exactly like, so much so it's almost some of the animations are the same, made by Culture Brain. It's a really good game. You guys definitely have to check this one out. You have like different classes you can start off as, like a warrior, wizard, and whatever else. Section Z, great game. It's one of the tabless ones as well. Another one of my favorite titles for the Nintendo, Shatterhand. Oh yeah, really a fantastic game. Minus, of course, the bad American print for the cartridge. The Japanese version, which was Soul Brain, the game looks a hell of a lot better in Japanese than it does in the American version. You play as some sort of VR trooper wannabe, but really crazy looking. Okay, next one. Which I gotta fix the... Yeah, it's kind of loose. Star Tropics. I'm gonna get started the Revenge game quite soon. I've been looking for that one too, so I'm gonna be grabbing that one pretty soon because I just want to complete the collection for that. This, of course, is the most rarest game, as Big Bad Daddy 11 would mention. Super Mario Brothers in the combo pack with Duck Hunt. Yeah, you can see my excitement with this game. Anyway, next one, of course, is this is my kryptonite of all the games. I'd rather play Fester's Quest than play this game, trust me. Super Pitfall. Yeah, my expression is just will tell the story. Alright, next two titles here, I'm just going to show it together. These were published by a second company that was owned by Konami. And this, I gotta get the third one at some point. Ninja Turtles and Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game, which this one's a hell of a lot better. A lot of people like this one, but come on, guys. 3 Ninja Turtles, they all have red scarves on their eyes. Are you serious? Which one looks better to you guys? But, alright. Next one's going to be a staple for everyone's collection. Tetris. Do not have Tetris 2 yet. I did like Tetris 2. It was not my favorite in the entire world of puzzle games, but it's definitely a good game. Alright, next one is totally rad. Next one is a Trojan man. No tabby tabs. MTV's Remote Control. I suck so bad at this game. Next one, codename Viper. Not to be confused with my brother Viper, but yeah. Pretty good game. It's just like Rolling Thunder, which is a pretty great game too. This one I suck unholy amounts of you-know-what on. Wizardry. The Masters series. I'd probably at one point want to grab like a friend or something like that, and all of us could sit down and play this game together and try to figure it out. It'd be better that way, I think. But next one is World Games. I cannot get past the starting screen for this game, and that's probably for a good reason. I don't know why. Maybe I suck at the game, and that's why my life fails so much. This game, which is also mentioned one of my people I'm subscribed to's collections, which they should take credit for. Got this a while back. Been telling people up and down, left and right how great this game is. It's honestly a very good game, and that's Zaxxis, there we go. A very underlooked game. Very great. The Ren and Stimpy show, I got this a very long time ago. Buckaroos, which I got this as well, is one of my titles I purchased for myself as a kid. I loved it when I was a kid. Now I just kind of turn my nose to it a tiny bit. But, alright, I'm kind of reaching the 20-minute mark here, and I just didn't realize that. So I'm going to have to be quicker now. Mario Brothers. Destination Earthstar, which I want to burn that in a fire. Karnov. Orb 3D, Rolling Thunder, which is one of the Tengen cards, Mission Impossible, Fantastic Adventures of Dizzy, which is one of those special cards, Legend of Zelda, Ultima, this is the quest for the Avatar, nope, Exodus, this is the quest of the Avatar, Legacy of the Wizard, The Goonies 2, Willow, Platoon, Double Dragon 3, which I gotta get the rest of those, Mystery Quest, Robo Warrior, Prisoner of War, or Prisoners of War. I almost said prisoner. I know there was more of them than that, but yeah. A really good game. Metal Storm. It's up there as one of my favorites. Next, of course, Dragon Spirit. Shh, don't tell anybody. I got this from Mystery a while back. The Adventures of Link, or The Adventure of Link. Zelda 2. Card's been through hell and high water, but nonetheless, it's still a fun, great game. Still appreciate it, Tori? Yeah! A boxed copy, not perfect, but a boxed, complete copy of Kirby's Adventure. I just want to show off the condition. Has the Nintendo booklet. I'm really happy to have this in my collection because I got this on the lot and it was like so cheap. It was like $10 free shipping. I got that, hairy sexy leg. Now I got Dr. Mario in that box, and I got a couple other games. This of course comes with the second edition. Like, even this copy came with the styrofoam, which I thought was pretty cool. That's funny, this Dr. Mario actually comes with a generic plastic case for it. Huh. Never noticed that, and it was in my collection for so long. Operation Wolf. It's a pretty darn good condition title. And last but not least, the glory hound of my collection, Super Mario Bros. 3. Complete. So yeah, that pretty much concludes my collection, my Nintendo titles. So, if you guys got any questions about my titles in each one of the games I mentioned, please feel free to talk to me, and I'll talk to you back, and we'll talk some more. Then I'll kiss you, you'll kiss me, and we'll make out, and then it'll become awkward, and if I end up seeing other people, then I'll probably throw myself in front of a bus, and that bus will probably kill me, and nah, not really. My life is more important than that. But, alright. It's not you, baby, it's me. Well, maybe it's just me. But either way, take it easy, folks, and thank you guys so much for watching.